All right, welcome back to the Gus and Russ show. I'm Russ,
I'm Gus.
and today we are discussing someone very near and dear to our hearts, Mr. Donald Glover, a national treasure, an American hero. Gus, what are your thoughts on Donald Glover?
He's pretty cool.
It's pretty chill. Yeah. That sums it up. Good episode. I'm proud of y'all. Everyone be good people, and can't say that. I'm pretty sure that's trademarked. I'm
Wow,
pretty
Russ,
sure there's a claim on it.
that's such a great. Everyone, a round of applause for Russ for his amazing and completely original joke.
Thank you. I am Russian. We do have original things. But we are discussing today the Lazarus Effect and the Childish Gambino EP. It's just EP, Childish Gambino EP.
I want to know real quick that was not my initial selection for Russ.
Yes, if you watched the last episode, you know the original choice was The Martian.
Yeah.
But it was 2 hours and 22 minutes. And he's in it for like 7 minutes, and
it's also substantially better for the movie. The thing is, though, is that he just doesn't have a substantial filmography for movies. Like, I guess like the only other thing I could think of was either like there's either Solo, or it would have been the Lion King remake, and I think that's
how
all.
long was he in Homecoming? He's in Homecoming. I just don't remember how long he was.
Well, maybe a little bit more, maybe 10 minutes total screen time.
Give the Glover some screen time. He's a good actor.
Well, he has his own show. Like, he just does that.
Yes, he. Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Just because I was thinking about this last night, but I didn't want to look it up. I know he was in Community. Did he also ever write for Community?
I think he. I don't
not
know.
like a full-time writer, but like a part-time. Like he would write an episode or two every once in a while.
Let me look it up. No, he. What it was so Dan Harmon mainly wrote, but like what he would do is basically like he would just give Donald Glover opportunities to improv on set to kind of make up his own dialogue, which is something I think only he allowed. He only allowed, I think, Donald to do it because Donald was the one funny enough to do it.
Well, I remember reading a report that apparently Dan Harmon, when they first started that, Dan Harmon like almost hated Glover because he was so talented, and like anything they asked Glover to do, he could just pull it off better than anyone else on the set could.
Yeah.
So Dan Harmon apparently admitted to like every once in a while like writing just purposely unfunny things for Glover, or writing purposely stupid episodes for him, just to try to like make him look bad.
Maybe. And also I think well, it's a shame he left too because that was like for the first like first 3 seasons, the Community was like one of the best comedies on TV.
I remember all the commercials for it. I don't remember the show, but I remember all the commercials for it.
So the first 3 seasons are not bad.
But no, Glover is a phenomenally talented man. He writes and produces Atlanta, right? That's his show.
That's his show.
Like that's his big, I guess, his baby. That's the one that like his name's on it.
Yeah. I mean, it helps. He has a really talented cast.
Yeah.
I mean, all the 4, Zazie Beetz, Brian Tyree Henry, and Lakeith Stanfield are all like they're probably gonna like go on to do really well. Actually, most of them already have done really good stuff. Like, Zazie Beetz her major thing was Deadpool 2, and then Lakeith Stanfield's been a multitude of things. Sorry to Bother You, Knives Out. I think he's another big project coming up.
Oh, how was Sorry to Bother You? I remember you were excited for that when we saw the trailer in theaters, and I never asked about it ever again.
I liked it. I mean, it is like some people did not like it because it is like it went it has some pretty like I think it might be a good social commentary, but like it completely like goes into it really veers left, like hard left, and if you're with it, I think you're kind of with it to the end. But if you're not with it, like if something crops up and you don't like it, you're probably not gonna like the rest of the movie.
I gotcha.
But it's definitely out there. And then Knives Out was pretty good. Knives Out was one of like my favorite films of the year.
I'm still going to buy that. I just have not gotten around to it.
Yeah. So anyway, I want you to. I was wondering, did you still think The Lazarus is a better film than The Martian?
I'm gonna go with no, but I don't think Lazarus Effect deserves all the hate it got. It does have very stupid moments, and I will absolutely admit to that.
Yeah.
But I think the acting was a lot better than people gave it credit for. Because I saw a lot of reviews.
Yeah.
Where they really panned the actors there, and the acting wasn't that bad. The characters you're supposed to hate, you hated. The characters supposed to kind of like, they were charming. Glover did a good job in it, as he always does. I'm not really here to criticize Glover because he's not going to do me any wrong there.
No,
he really can do no wrong in my eyes, and that's okay.
I do want to know because you said like
His death scene was fucking stupid though.
It was. You know what's kind of funny about that? It was. I remember like you saying. I remember you saying something like, "Hold on, I actually the exact quote. The text. I'm sorry. Okay, the Lazarus.
Are you doxing me, Gus?
Yeah. Hey man, since Glover only has 6 minutes of screen time in The Martian, can I watch Lazarus Effect instead? He's also in it. Is that cool with you?
Yes.
I said, yeah, sure, but I don't know why you would watch a worse film. He says,
Yes.
The Lazarus Effect honestly looks a lot better. I'm very excited for it. And I was like, is this am I thinking of the right film? So I watched that trailer.
It's a cool concept, though. You can't argue that.
The concept, the premise
is a good cast.
The Purge also has a good cast and a cool premise. You're going to stand here and tell me The Purge, the first one, is a good movie?
They got better.
They got better. But the first one was...
They got better.
No, I will admit that.
They fixed their mistakes, but the first one is shitty. I will give you that.
And the thing is also, like, that's the thing, is a premise can be totally cool. Like A Wrinkle in Time has a cool premise, but like the film version, which it takes for the book, whatever. But if the movie is no good, right, then the movie's no good. Or Percy Jackson based, like you take really any big budget, or any really highly acclaimed book series, you make it a film. Odds are it's nowhere near as good. Right.
Yeah. Because almost every single time.
Because it's all about execution.
Almost every single time.
Yep. And I would say with this, so I watched the Lazarus trailer. It's not good. I watched the Martian trailer. I'm like, okay, I don't know what the hell he was smoking.
But I got some more Donald in there, so.
You got a lot of Donald there. Actually, spoiler. I mean, because also that's why you don't really have to worry about like the spoiler of his death scene, because his death scene is in the trailer. Yes. It's the tail end. I'm almost like, why would you?
But what really upsets me is the way his death scene was shot.
Yeah.
It looks extremely cheap. That his entire death scene once they switched to the security camera.
Yeah.
Like it's not even a good transition, and it just kind of randomly goes over to the security camera. It looks a lot more grainy than a security camera would ever be in that kind of environment.
Yeah.
The way shit. I gotta check the name real quick so I make sure my character's correct. I'm getting two of them flipped right now.
Who are you looking up? Like which character?
I'm getting both the girls flipped.
Oh.
Zoe is who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Because Eva is
I could have told you that.
Was supposed to be Final Girl. You could have. I need this from me.
Russ, you watched this film more recently than I have. And
yes.
I just did some cursory stuff just to remember the film and
yes.
Whatever. Anyways, sorry.
And you can see her walking up, and it looks way too stilted, and it looks dumb. The way Glover gets thrown into the locker, it looks stupid.
Yeah, well, I mean, the
blood coming out of the locker isn't realistic on the slightest. It's just way too. It's dumb.
Yeah,
I hate it.
The reason is because it's a horror film released in January. That's the thing. The whole budget, the whole model is, you make a film for super cheap, which this was. It was $3 million, and then it makes a profit. And even if it's not that good, it doesn't actually still make money. This film made almost $40 million on a $3 million budget. And I think for a while even they had sequels planned, and they're just no, we're not going to do it. And I would say I agree. The film had potential. It had promises with the premise, though
it had a very good cast.
Yeah, it had a really good cast.
Yes.
Evan Peters, Olivia Wilde, Mark Duplass, Don Glover, and I don't remember Ava's actress's name. I think I've seen her other stuff, but
Mark Duplass was in Creep, right?
He was in Creep. He was, I think, most people probably know him from I think most notable is The League, the TV show on Fox, the fantasy football show.
Yep.
He plays the main guy in there. Not the guy who faked being in 9/11, but the other dude.
All I know is I hate Duplass's character in this so much.
Yeah.
He's just so hateable, and that is, Duplass sells it very well. You hate his guts the entire time, and.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ended up being right. I will absolutely give you that.
Wow, really?
But, hey now.
The movie guy was correct. So here's the thing. Let's just lay this out. So, I give you a film directed by an Academy Award-winning director, Ridley Scott, directed Blade Runner, Alien, right? Some of the best horror sci-fi films.
But he also did Alien Covenant, so. And Prometheus, so shoots and ladders.
You liked Alien Covenant when we first saw it.
I did. I own it. It's over there on the shelf.
Yeah, and and it started okay.
Prometheus is too over there.
And it has Matt Damon, Jessica Chastain, Sebastian Stan, Jeff Daniels, Donald Glover, Chiwetel Ejiofor, and Kristen Wiig, and like a bunch of other really good actors. Benedict Wong.
Yes.
And then you look at this other movie directed by this guy who I can't remember his name, but the last film he did was Jiro Dreams of Sushi, which is a documentary about a famous sushi chef in Japan, which is way better than this.
Okay.
And it stars like Olivia Wilde, Donald Glover, and like some other people at the time who like no one really knew. And Mark Duplass and Evan Peters, like it's a good cast, but you saw that, you're like, nah, this film looks substantially better. This is the ticket right here. Like, I just want to know what your fucking thought. Like, is it any film with like scary red artwork? You're just like, that film looks amazing. I have to watch it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. I mean, I do have the entire Rob Zombie collection on my shelf over there too.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, really, are you shocked? You can't be shocked anymore with my.
I shouldn't be.
If you look at my collection over there, you're gonna pick up a trend real quick.
Like all white men, Russ, it's mainly just the audacity for me.
Well, I mean, we have learned that audacity this year is an all-time high, so I mean, we all gotta be careful here.
Sure, man.
But what did you think of? Oh, also, plot holes in the movie are fucking stupid. They make up rules as they go, and they never go back and establish it, and it's really upsetting to me. And one of the final shots of the movie, it still pisses me off because I don't understand how, like, what it was.
I agree. The thing is, like, the main thing that the
fireman scene is the last, like, one of the last things I'm like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't understand, like, because it also the thing is, like, it was kind of funny too because we were speaking of like contradictory things. So I remember like the film has a scene where they're like, oh yeah, like you remember like the myth we only use 10% of your brain, and that is a myth,
yes.
Right? Like that's not how the brain works. But like,
and then Glover like corrects it, but he also says something wrong.
Yeah, so it's like we do. This is not how it works, but it's like.
And he was like, we use all of our brain, but we only use 10% at a time, and we don't know like what the other 9% does while we're using that 10%. And that's still wrong too.
That's also wrong, yeah. And then she's like, but she's using all of her brain simultaneously. It's like big brain time. Like, you know what? Actually, you know what this film reminds me a lot of is
that movie with fucking
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
Lucy.
Yes.
Yes. It's Lucy. It's Lucy, but less sci-fi, more like religious stuff.
It's Lucy, Carrie, and Frankenstein all done really shittily in one.
Yeah, but nowhere near as good. And honestly, like
it's the worst parts of all three.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, honestly, it's kind of funny, but when you look at this cast, I honestly think they could have just like given the director chair to Olivia Wilde,
yes.
Made a comedy, and it would have been made for a much better film. Like, because I would argue she is, from what I've seen in Booksmart, she is more talented than, at least when it comes to actual like fictional things, she's better than this guy at directing. I mean, he's like, granted, this guy's made three films, two of which are documentaries, both actually pretty good, and they made this thing just not good. So I guess he should stick to documentaries.
Yeah.
It seems to be his bread and butter.
Give it to Olivia Wilde, give it to Glover, see what happens.
I feel like now.
I'd be interested in see what happens.
I honestly think though Glover. I think Glover also one of the things he doesn't really direct a lot. It's more so I think.
He probably could have done better though.
Maybe. I mean he mainly gets what's his hero.
The writing wouldn't have been as dumb.
Well, not like the main guy behind Atlanta, who like it's like Hero something. Something starts with an M. Like he's a really good director, and he's mainly like Gambino's go-to guy for directing. So I feel like maybe Gambino isn't that good of a director, but he knows good directors who like.
He has connections. He could just call someone and be like,
yeah.
Hey, we have this thing. Help.
Yeah, but like I mean, so yeah, I agree. The acting is better. Like the science. So I was like, oh, well, that's nice, and then the science gets thrown out the fucking window. And they try to add like a religion, and there's like a religious slant to it, obviously, but like
the religious slant lasts all of like 10 seconds for like 2 scenes, and then they throw it back out the window again.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, it's not really fleshed out. Like I think, I mean, the thing is also the best part of the film is right after she comes back, where it's like, oh, you're not quite sure where. And also, I guess we should stay with the plot. The premise of the film is, which is that these medical researchers create like this serum that basically like it brings people back to life. It's kind of like Reanimator or Flatliners.
Yes.
But you know, Olivia Wilde's character, she dies and she comes back and she's like, and then those first scenes where you're not quite sure what happened to her, is like That's the best part of the film because a lot more subtle. And then as soon as it goes like, oh yeah, she might be like a demon or something, or she's like a big, she's got like big brain powers. It immediately it loses like all of its like suspense or any tension.
Instead of dissipating, it's staying in the brain.
Yeah.
That was one of the big things with the fucking dog, and it's like, yeah, but it's staying in the brain, but what is it fucking doing in the brain?
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, I thought for a second the dog was just like when I first saw it, the dog was just getting smarter. So I was kind of hoping there was a scene where it's like, like Rick and Morty, where like Rick gives the dog like a serum that makes him smarter, and he becomes like, because he builds like a exosuit. I mean, I'm not saying like I hope the dog built like honestly though, a live action dog in an exosuit in this movie would have made it substantially better.
It would have.
But I feel like it could like there's like a number of things where like, oh, that could have been cool. Oh, that could have been cool. Oh, that sounds cool. And then they don't do anything with it, and they go like the most like, lazy.
I can't tell if it was rushed, the writing was just that bad, or whoever the studio was for it just cut a lot of shit that may have helped the context.
B and C probably. I imagine B was the writing wasn't very good.
It wasn't.
But I think also because Blumhouse specializes in making low budget stuff, so you can't go above budget. So like if you want, you're like, oh, like well this sounds cool, can we do this? Or like, nah, just stay with your, stay in your lane, buddy. You get $3 million, and that's all you get.
I mean, for that kind of cast and that kind of like idea, I don't know if $3 million's gonna get you there.
No, but that's like what they. I mean, they do a lot of films for less than like $1 million. It's like their like $1 million to $3 million is like their main thing.
Yes. And
most of those movies make like $20-40 million. And
then they just move on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give Blumhouse credit. Like, if it weren't for him, Get Out wouldn't be a thing. So, whatever. But, anyway, moving on. This film is, like, that's the kind of main reason I didn't like it. The film is sort of a waste of potential. It's got a good cast. It's got a good premise. It just doesn't do anything with any of those things.
I mean, out of 10, I'm just going to give it an even 5.
I'm going to give it like a 4.
It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen worse. But also, it let me down in so many ways.
I've also seen where it's like, yeah, that's the thing. I tried to warn you.
You did.
But you're like, no, man, this is going to be a religious experience. This is going to be great.
And I'm sorry.
You should be. You sack of shit.
I'm sad.
I don't really care.
That's fair enough.
Okay. So, anyway, on my end, I had to review.
You had a much better...
I did. I had a way better project.
You had a 5-song EP that every single song was amazing.
Yeah, EP called. That's what it's called. It's an EP called EP.
I feel like you should have had a better title for it, but it's fine.
I mean, I feel like it's actually right up Gambino's alley. That it's just called EP.
I mean, his last album cover is just a completely white screen, so with nothing on it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And every song on this is a banger. I mean, like the thing is, like, I mean, this is kind of like Gambino back in his early years, sort of at his height. Like, so if you, and I think, I like his later stuff. Like, I like, what's the album called where like it's got Redbone on it? I don't
remember the name of the album's called.
No, but I like Redbone. I like the song Redbone. But maybe it's called Me and Your Mama because there's another track on there called Me and Your Mama, something like that. But they know this is really good. It's like Hallmark. It's lyrically clever.
Yes.
I like it's got good background vocals because he does them. I mean, I don't really many knocks against it. I mean, maybe sometimes it's the beats, the sound mixing, but it's not like that's not his like strong suit. His strong suit is lyrical content. Yeah. I feel like he
knocks out of the park as far as lyrics go.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. Like it's like it's not. And I don't mean like lyrical content. So it's like hard hitting, like Kendrick Lamar, which is like hard hitting, makes you think. But more so
it's funny and clever.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Entertained.
Yeah, it's just kind of like really it's just sort of a spoken word stand up comedy set kind of.
Tells fun little stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. So it's very light. It's probably a different experience for me than it was. That was also why I kind of timed it, because they're both very lighthearted and kind of fun.
Yes.
You fucked it up.
As I do.
I'm not going to get over this.
I know you're not.
There's going to be a time where you're like, hey, can you review Iron Man? I'm like, nah, man, Little Yachty. That's where it's at.
Bitch.
But, yeah, anyway, so, like, so, yeah, it's a short, sweet, kind of like, little thing where it's only 5 songs, 20 minutes max.
I mean, he didn't leave room for fuck-ups. He
No.
He was like, I got 5 songs. They're all amazing. Let's go.
Yep. And I think that I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm trying to think when it's released. 2011,
yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just all around. I mean, this is kind of him at the height of his power, because this is before or maybe before the height of his power. This is when he's on the rise, so kind of like he's still, he's not at the point where he kind of has to be commercially watered down. He can just kind of be himself unapologetically.
He's gonna say shit and no one's really gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, because no one cares. It's like, this is some like it's the dude from Community just saying shit on a rap album. No one cares yet, because he's not Gambino yet. He's just like Childish Gambino, some rapper.
And then he immediately released Camp after that.
Yeah, and then he became a big deal.
Camp went fucking double platinum. Like,
I think
it did really well.
It did. Yeah, sorry. I know my Simpsons not as depth as yours. I really just kind of want. I just really wanted to discuss this film and like your whole.
I know, and I have admitted you're right. So we've gotten that at least.
That's not enough for us. I'm going Scorched Earth. I'm going Romans of the Carthaginians here, motherfucker.
You're going all Russia on me.
Russia.
They Scorched Earth too.
Do they? I mean,
they did. They don't anymore, but they did.
What country did they scorch Earth?
Our own. We scorched our own Earth.
Oh, Eastern Bloc? Okay.
No, as in World War II, when they would start invading, we'd keep retreating, and we'd just burn all the plants around us.
That's right.
So they couldn't get any food, and they were just freezing.
That's right. I forgot about that.
We scorched our own fucking Earth to prove a point.
Yeah, I thought that was just. I thought it was just the winter took all the food out.
No, we also burned it.
Oh.
Anything that wasn't frozen, we burned.
Smart.
It's a bold move.
It is, because it probably also ended up with a lot of Russians dying too.
Oh, we did. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Because isn't like of the 80 million, like half of them are members of the Soviet Union, either military, civilian.
Yeah.
Damn. Crazy. Well, forget about those dead Russian people.
Yep.
So overall,
What would you give EP?
I mean, I give P like a 10. I mean, personally, 10 out of 10. I mean, there's probably some technical issues, but I'm not smart enough to know those things. I'm a dumb idiot.
I haven't noticed any major technical issues with it yet. I mean, I think one song has pacing issues, but that's my only concern.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
that's Be Alone, but
yeah.
it's so well written that I don't care about the pacing issue anymore. It's just good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big like beats person. I mean, like if
I can appreciate them, but I don't know how to make them, so I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and tell someone else like, "Oh, your beat's shitty."
I'm not smart enough to be dumb enough to have bad opinions about beats.
Yeah.
But I like, I like.
What was your favorite song of the 5?
I had to look at it was the second one on the track. Was it My Shine? Was it?
That is a good song though.
Oh no, Freaks and Gigs.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But
it's a good time.
Yeah, so ultimately probably a 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, somewhere up there. It's a really good EP. I mean, it's 20 minutes that you're not gonna waste.
I'm gonna give it a 10 just because he didn't leave any room. Where so many really good albums have fucked up.
Yeah.
They'll go like 1 or 2 songs too long, and have some filler in there. Even with their Iron Maiden albums, they'll go like 1 or 2 songs over what they need to go, and just be filler, and I'll get mad about it. But Glover was like, I got 5 bangers, we're not doing any more, cut it, send it out. And it paid off.
Yeah, alright, so now we're at the...
question phase?
Yeah, unless there's anything else we want to discuss. I mean, in regards to the album, I don't really have anything. In regards to the film, I would say that so what do you think about, like, I mean, like, I was sort of one more thing.
Okay.
What did you think was going through Olivia Wilde's mind when she had show up to set wearing a fireman outfit?
I think by then, as far as shooting goes, she was probably just numb to the entire experience and just wanted it to be over. I don't. Olivia Wilde, I feel bad for her now.
Well, she's doing a lot better now. She's got I think she's got a movie in development, and she had Booksmart come out last year that was, I don't know if it made money, but it was very well received.
Well, one thing that, after when she died, the one thing me and Garrett kind of noticed was they kept her shirt off like way too long. Yeah, it's like she'd been dead for like 40 minutes, and she's still there with like her shirt off, and it's like y'all can cover her up now. Like, you don't have to just keep her shirt off over there.
Yeah.
But no, I think Garrett was most excited for Mark Duplass. I was excited for Glover.
Yeah, well, I mean,
we had very high hopes, and
Mark Duplass is all right. Like his name is attached to a lot of indie stuff, but this was not one of those things.
No.
I feel like this was probably a thing you just did to make money, which fair enough, because he probably made. Because I mean, if he was a producer, I think on it, so if he upfronted like You know,
well, if he went just for a percentage of profit, he did fine.
yeah, I mean, because if he put forth $1 million for like a third of the gross, that's just about like what, a little over $12-13 million.
Yes.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
No.
Most can retire off that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's of course live in Los Angeles probably.
Or New York.
Or New York.
Both of them.
All right.
Or London.
Or Tokyo.
Yeah. Let's just not live places.
Yeah.
That's really the moral of that story. But I think I'm gonna start with questions today.
Okay.
Mostly because I actually have mine ready today, and I'm just very proud of myself.
No, I'm sure you are.
This is like a first for me.
I know it is.
Really
I know.
All right. In the song, not going back. A lot of these questions are going to be about like wordplay and like just verses, because there's not a whole lot like online about the EP itself.
Yeah.
In Not Going Back, there's a whole long ass verse about one actress. What actress is Glover referring to that entire time? And he says her by name.
Can I get one hint?
She had a stint in The Office.
Oh, was it?
He called her mixed like the crowd at his last show.
Oh, wait, gosh. Oh, was it Mindy Kaling? Damn.
No, you get one more guess.
Rashida Jones.
Yep.
Okay.
Ran into Rashida Jones. Told me that she loved my song. It's.
I was thinking for a second of Phyllis, but I realized that's an earlier track.
It's like that entire Rashida Jones verse is like 3 lines long. And just going about how like he wrote a whole song for Rashida Jones and then threw it away because he thought it was dumb. It's great. I'd play it right now, but the video would be taken down for copyright.
It would.
I mean, he's pretty cool, but his lawyers take it down. Okay. Alright. Speaking of what you just fucking said, in Not Going Back,
Yeah.
a lot of references in the song. What 2 Office characters are brought up?
Michael Scott and Phyllis.
There you go, look at you. I can't believe he called us Phyllis.
Yeah.
He called himself Michael Scott, and we're fucking Phyllis. Some bullshit.
I mean, Phyllis is. Well, have you seen? She's a baller on the court.
I know she is.
I would take Phyllis's basketball skill if it meant being called Phyllis.
No, you're getting Andy. That's who you get.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's cold blooded.
It is.
You're getting Toby. You can look like Toby a little bit.
I honestly prefer Toby for Andy. He was
Wow.
a much less annoying character.
What? Honestly, that's fair. That's honestly fair.
Andy was just so in your face the entire time.
He
It
really was.
got upset. It really
Well, he
got
went to
on my-
Cornell, Russ.
He did.
Yeah.
There was one music video released for this album. Which song got the music video?
Freaks and Gigs.
You're 3 for 3.
Okay.
You're doing really well right now. And I'm not asking you like softball questions, so I'm very proud of you right now. True or false? This is a softball question I'm about to ask you,
Okay.
so I'm about to jinx myself. True or false? This was the first album or EP Glover ever put out.
That's false.
That's true. This was his first release.
I was damn. Not even.
Yeah, no. This was the first one. Then his first album came after that. Camp. This is the first thing.
I thought he had one EP before. Yeah.
I can check real quick. I can fact check us, but if I'm wrong on this, and
we'll look it up after.
no, I have it right here actually.
Yeah.
If there's anything before this.
No, it is the first one. I'm wrong.
Wait. Yeah. Are we gonna count a mixtape?
Nah, let's
Okay,
not.
alright.
Because what was the question?
Album or EP?
No,
Okay.
doesn't count.
All right.
I confused the mixtape with an EP.
Yeah, you were thinking Cold Stack, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let me go back to my questions real quick for the 5th one. All right, you're 3 for 4 right now, so you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's a very hot start here. All right, here's one. What groundbreaking novel was mentioned in the opening lines of Not Going Back? I'm really sticking to the song because there's a lot of shit in the song. It's a very groundbreaking novel. I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
It's considered one of the most influential African novels of all time. It's part of a trilogy.
I'm got a lot of shit. Look at
I can give you what this book's about, if that
Sure.
helps. It's about Africa before colonialism.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna. I do I look like I read African literature, Russ? I know nothing about other cultures.
You truly are an American now, aren't you?
Yeah. Is
It's like the first two lines of the song.
just the Black history of Africa. I have no idea.
It's Things Fall Apart.
Goddamn, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
I believe all three books in the trilogy won like a ridiculous amount of prizes.
Yeah. Did we study that? I feel like I didn't study it in school. I feel like not Alabama. No, not Alabama. Not Alabama.
Not Alabama, but it is studied in North American schools.
Yeah. See, I'm not. I ain't no.
It's not in our state though, which is probably
very telling.
a little unfair to you, but
I mean, that wasn't. I mean, I should.
it is the first two lines of the song.
Yeah.
Didn't you read the fucking book Things Fall Apart?
No.
Oh.
But I mean, nah.
No, it's considered one of the most influential African American novels.
Yeah. No, I'm remembering the lyric now.
It's like the rise and fall of Africa before and after colonialism.
Yeah.
Well, you went there for 5.
Not bad.
You had a very hot start, and then it kind of, things fell apart, you know.
That's very funny, Ross.
I shouldn't use that to refer to white guys, but you know.
Okay. All right, on the bat. So, what is the name of the serum that they are working on?
It's the Lazarus serum, isn't it?
Oh yeah. There's self-official that. Okay.
Well, that question can trip me very easily.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was Zoe's vision of hell?
Her vision of hell. I don't know if you're gonna have a secondary question that's gonna relate to the end of this, or if I can just say the entire thing right now.
You can say the entire thing.
Her version of hell is she's in like a burning hallway, and her neighbors are trapped behind a door because there's an apartment fire, and she's watching her neighbors die. But later in the movie, it's revealed that she was the one that started the fire to begin with. That's why she's in hell, because she caused it.
All right. What is Donald Glover's character's name?
Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you were looking at it earlier, you son of a bitch. No, way earlier when you looked at the name of the other characters.
Oh, I think right now. I was like, I'm not looking at her fucking right now. It's my pocket.
Okay. So what causes Zoe's fatal execution?
I couldn't figure it. I think I looked away when that happened, but so I generally don't know what caused it. I just remember looking over and she was on the ground. All of a sudden, she was electrocuted.
Okay.
But I don't remember what I remember what aided it, because she had a ring on her finger, but I don't remember what actually caused, like, what shocked her.
So what was your final answer?
Well, I'm gonna say ring, but I'll just go ahead and forfeit the question because I don't know what actually like shocked her.
No, I'm sorry, but so yeah, it was her wedding ring was what caused it.
But what shocked her was why.
Well, no. So the thing is, it always does that. But the thing is that you kind of in the beginning, right? She takes the ring off.
Yes.
And does it, right?
Yes.
So the thing is, the one time she put it on, that's what caused the electric jolt, because basically what traveled through her. Because it was a conductor, right?
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're 4 for 5, or 4 for 4. So you win anyway. We'll see. So what does Frank think happens when you die?
I don't remember what he thinks happens when you die. I remember what he thinks is happening to Zoe.
Yeah, it's not.
But I don't remember what he thinks. What does he think?
So he thinks that the reason why we have like Judeo-Christianity and every major religion basically is because when you die.
Yes.
And this is also factually incorrect, but.
As most of the movie is.
It's a massive flood of DMT.
Yes.
Which is what Joe Rogan always talks about to induce hallucinations, which is why people see like a white light or heaven or hell or anything like that. So like near-death experience is really just a DMT trip.
They brought DMT a lot in this film.
Well, that's because like DMT was not a mainstream drug yet. Like nowadays, I think a lot due to the Joe Rogan podcast, like it's kind of exploded in popularity.
Yeah.
But at that point, no one knows, or no one really knew a lot about it. But back then, it was like a thing they could pick up. But no, DMT does not naturally occur in the brain. I don't think, or at least it does. That doesn't happen.
It seems like every single thing they said about science in that movie was based off something that used to be a theory a long ass time ago, and has since been like really corrected.
Yeah, we were just waiting for one.
Because like the 10% of the brain thing was a theory very briefly, and that was proven wrong almost immediately.
Yeah.
The DMT thing in the brain was very briefly a theory because they were. I think there was something where like a similar chemical was present, and I thought it was that, and then they were like, no, it's something fucking else.
Yeah.
And also, it doesn't cause what you think it causes.
Yeah.
So you're fucking wrong.
Yeah. There's a scene where they're like, oh well, Nico, because of the way he is, it's just naturally inferior to us. You can see there's these three, like Calvin, like Leonardo DiCaprio from Django Unchained, is like little fucking. He talks about the 3 holes in the back of the skull that like. There's phenotypology or something like that. It's like some pseudoscience that Confederates made up to why African Americans are genetically inferior to white people.
Oh yeah, like they. I remember there was like some big study on that. They were like, or basically, every scientist in the world said no. Like they're full of shit. This is some Confederate bullshit.
Yeah,
I can't believe the Confederates made up their own fucking science just to be racist. Well, I can believe it, but just the audacity.
The audacity of white people, Russ?
Yes. It really needs to be stopped.
Okay, where is this shit?
Oh, are you looking for it right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at phrenology. That's it. Goddamn. So it's the study of phrenology from Django Unchained, which is some pseudoscience bullshit.
Yes.
But ultimately, so congrats on the win. Again, you're back to back.
I'm still down overall.
Yep.
Really down.
Maybe you pull a Cavaliers or a.
I'm like 3-8 right now.
Yeah, Cavaliers or a.
The best I can hope for an 8-8 season.
Yep.
Maybe sneak into the playoffs is in a really weak division.
Yeah, or was it the Heat who? Because the Clippers were 3-1, weren't they in the conference final?
They sure were.
Oh god.
And who did they lose to?
Oh, they lost the Heat. Or no, they lost the Lakers.
Lakers. No,
the
Jazz.
I'm so dumb. Yes, the Heat are in the East, the West are.
Yeah, they are different parts of the country.
Yeah. Wait, who was in the conference finals? The Lakers and who else?
It was the Lakers, Jazz.
Oh, so it was the Jazz.
Yes. No, it was Lakers, Nuggets.
Also, it was the Nuggets.
It was the Nuggets. The Jazz went to playoffs, but they lost in the early rounds.
We know so
Nuggets went to the conference finals because Jovic was playing really well.
Yeah. We know so much about basketball. We're so good.
Sure do. I know my team's trash, but it's fine.
I don't have a team really.
Get together, Minnesota.
Damn, I don't have a team, but
you don't. You can very easily just claim the Heat though. They're on a hot streak right now.
Well, no, you don't claim a team while they're good.
I mean, they used to be good too, so you can just bandwagon them.
I've been a Heat fan since 2006, man.
I've been a Heat fan since LeBron played for him.
Yeah, I would probably say, if I was gonna make a team, it'd probably just be the Hawks because of Trae Young.
Yeah. Hopefully he releases his shoes soon, so you can get yourself an nice Christmas.
Yeah, I want to get a signature Trae Young shoe.
I know you do.
Because I went to, I watched him a lot when he was Oklahoma, right? And then watched him a lot in Atlanta. Because that's the thing, right? Because basically for most of the spring, it's just basketball, really nothing else.
Yes.
So.
But back to our main subject.
Oh yeah, the other thing we're talking. But anyway, congrats on the win.
Thank you. I will announce later what my challenge is because I do not have that ready.
That's fair. Well, you never do.
I never do. I got the questions ready today, so I got that going.
You did. Well, ultimately, yeah. So I guess I walked away with a much better, entertainment experience. You walked away with a dub, so congratulations.
Because I did not get a better experience. Promise you that.
Yeah. So ultimately, we'll do that.
Do you have any final thoughts on Don Glover before we sign out?
Next time Disney comes to you offering you a role in a live-action remake, just don't take it.
Just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just make another season in Atlanta.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, wait for a vaccine, then make another season of Atlanta.
Yes. Or do both at the same time. Make a vaccine, then make Atlanta.
He's just curious.
I mean, he's pretty talented. He can probably figure out if he tries hard enough.
Maybe so. Because he is what? He has an Emmy. He has a Grammy.
Yes.
He's still needs a Tony and an Oscar.
Has he been Oscar nominated?
No, he's never been Oscar nominated.
Damn it.
Well, he's really been the only. The best films he's been in Most notable is Spider-Man: Homecoming and The Martian.
I'd vote for him by name alone.
Well,
I don't care.
maybe he just really isn't into the film, which is fair enough. But I
Yeah.
feel like eventually he'll probably make something.
I mean, I'm sure he just like he's gonna do he's gonna be like in like a film like for almost the entire thing. He wants to do like the entire thing himself and decide what's gonna be happening. And
Yeah, I guess he's got to raise capital first.
yeah,
I can't even imagine probably how much money he gets from Atlanta because he's the showrunner, he's the head writer, and he's the star and the producer.
he essentially just owns the thing.
Well, Fox owns the thing.
He's like next in line.
Okay, yeah. Well, he can always buy the rights back to Fox.
I'm sure he could.
Because that's what Seinfeld and David did. Was they negotiated. They got the rights to Seinfeld, and George Lucas did that too for Star Wars. And then they sell the syndication rights, and they make just like fucking gackles of cash.
Yes. Which I'm sure Glover already has. So.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so ultimately, fun experience all around for everybody. You got the win, and
you got a good experience. So.
Yeah, I'm still salty that you completely.
I am aware that you're salty. It has been communicated that you're salty.
Has it?
Yes.
Cool. Ultimately, yeah. So I hope that everyone stays safe, has a fun time.
Be sure to vote.
Be sure to vote. Sure, your constitutional right, as long as you're the age of 18.
Or don't. It's also your right to do that. You can do both.
But note that if you choose not to vote, eventually the right will kind of go away anyway.
Yeah, that is how that works.
All right. So anyway, so ultimately, finally, just end this fucking podcast like 15 minutes after we're supposed to. Stay safe. Please go out and vote. And actually, wait, hold up. This will be out after the election's done, Russ.
Damn it! I didn't think of this.
Unless you want to edit it. No. Actually, no. You have to edit the whole thing and get it out by midnight tonight.
I hope you all voted. Let me clarify.
Yeah.
Or if you didn't, do you? But finally.
All right. And just, as always, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And you'll see me next time eating probably something very disgusting and or spicy, and Russ cackling like a maniac.
Yes, I do cackle.
And hopefully he'll before he goes on video, he'll shave his head.
Hopefully, but not yet. This has been Russ.
And this has also been Gus.
Thank you for listening. Y'all be dead.
Bye.
Bye.